All right, let's talk about Blackpink. But we're not just going to talk about the music or the fashion. We're going deeper. We're going to deconstruct the incredible business strategy behind their 2026 activities, because what they've built is nothing short of an entertainment empire, and it was all built on a very specific, very intentional timeline.
And that timeline, it has a name: Deadline. This wasn't just a catchy title for their world tour or their album. No, it was the code name for a whole year of huge, calculated moves that were designed to do one thing: push the absolute limits of their power and influence.
So that's the big question we're tackling today, right? What did this deadline actually mean for them? Was it the epic final chapter after a decade on top, or was it the launch pad for a whole new kind of domination? Let's dive in and break it all down.
Okay, so first things first, before you can build 4 separate empires, you have to remind the entire world about the power of the core empire. This was all about reinforcing the Blackpink brand and making it absolutely clear that, together, they are still the biggest girl group on the planet.
And they kicked that off with the Deadline World Tour. Now, the key phrase here is all stadium. This was a huge strategic decision. This wasn't just about selling more tickets, it was about creating scarcity, an exclusive, you had to be there kind of event. By only playing in massive stadiums, they elevated their concerts to something else entirely. It was more like the Super Bowl than a pop show. It became a pure symbol of their power.
And the results? Well, they speak for themselves. Just look at this number: 165,000. That's the estimated number of people who saw them over just 3 nights at the Tokyo Dome. I mean, that's not a concert crowd. That's the population of a small city, proving their massive drawing power.
The whole thing came to a head with this final leg in January 2026. First, you have the symbolic victory of 3 sold-out nights at the Tokyo Dome. And then, the grand finale at Hong Kong's brand-new Kai Tak Stadium. It was a massive event.
And you know, this wasn't just some cold business move. It was incredibly emotional. This quote really gets to the heart of it. On that last night, there was this very real, very deep connection with the fandom, the people who fuel this entire empire. It was a strategic high point for sure, but an emotional one too.
And of course, powering this whole tour was new music, their first full group album in 3.5 years. And Deadline wasn't just more of the same, it was a statement. They were tackling everything from bone-rattling hardstyle to swaggering hip-hop, proving their musical range was wider and more ambitious than ever.
So, with the group's power reestablished and stronger than ever, the stage was set for the second, and maybe most radical, part of the plan: letting each member build their own solo empire at the exact same time.
So, how'd they do it? I mean, how do 4 people from the same group conquer different corners of the world simultaneously? Well, they all took incredibly different paths. You have Jennie just owning the stages of the world's coolest festivals. Rosé went right for the heart of the global music scene, performing at the Grammys with Bruno Mars. Lisa exploded into acting in a massive HBO show, while Jisoo focused on her acting career and strengthened that direct bond with her fans through her own tour. It's 4 members, 4 totally distinct strategies.
And this really breaks down the 2 main playbooks they were using. On one hand, you have Jennie and Jisoo, who focused on live performance and that direct fan connection to build up their own individual fandoms. And on the other, you've got Rosé and Lisa, who were aiming straight for the global mainstream, expanding into different kinds of media like TV and huge collabs.
Okay, so we've got the unified group and we've got the 4 individual stars. You'd think that's enough, right? Nope. Blackpink was playing an even bigger game. Their ambition went beyond just being global superstars. They were aiming to become a genuine cultural asset for South Korea.
And they did it with a partnership that was, honestly, unprecedented. The NMNK x Blackpink project. I mean, think about that. This is their nation's most important museum. This is a game-changing move. It's about cementing your legacy, not just in music history, but in the cultural history of your country. That's a level of prestige you just can't buy.
And the execution here was just brilliant. Picture this. You walk up to the National Museum, and the whole building is glowing pink. You go inside, and you're listening to their brand new album right next to priceless ancient artifacts. And then, as you walk around, it's the members' voices in your ear guiding you through the exhibits. They literally merged pop culture with national heritage.
So when you put all of these pieces together, the massive tour, the 4 solo careers, the cultural ambassadorship, what do you actually have? Well, you have a completely new paradigm for success in the entertainment industry. A revolutionary approach we're calling the Blackpink model.
So here's the bottom line.
The analysis of everything they did in 2026 boils down to these 3 pillars. First, finding that perfect balance between the group and the individual members. Second, this idea of premiumization, making everything they do feel like a rare, symbolic event. And third, these incredible strategic alliances that took their brand prestige to a whole other level.
And it all comes together in what the report calls the hybrid operation model. This is the key takeaway. This is the secret sauce. It's a strategy that lets artists have maximum creative freedom through their own companies, but without ever losing the incredible power and brand recognition of the group. It's truly the best of both worlds. And this is why it all matters so much. This isn't just about Blackpink getting it right. This is a potential solution to a problem that has haunted the music industry for decades. How do you keep a supergroup together while also letting the members grow as individual artists? What they've created here is a mature, sustainable blueprint for the future.
So as we wrap up, it's pretty clear that Deadline wasn't an end at all. It was the beginning of a new era and the public demonstration of a powerful new model. And it leaves us with one final massive question. Blackpink has laid out the blueprint for a new kind of entertainment empire. The only question now is, who's going to be the next to build with it?